Hello everyone! Today is the summary video about the foundations, about my research which I did for 9 days and pretty proud about that research. So the foundation which I was testing was from Natasha Denona. It's 3 foundations which she has at this moment. It's the Face Glow, TRANSFORMATTE and the Foundation X Plus. I was testing these foundations with 3 different primers, with the oil-based, water-based and the silicone-based. So that's why there were 9 days. Each day I was creating the look, because to test foundation without having anything on your face, it's weird. So I decided to create each day looks with only one palette. And I decided it's gonna be 28 green brown palette, which I kept saying I cannot get enough from this palette, and I proved it myself. So this look I also created with Natasha Denona palette, and I will make tutorial for this look as well. That's gonna be a bonus video for the all 9 video series which I already have on my YouTube channel, and I will give you all the link down below if you would like to check those looks. Please go ahead. And today we're gonna talk about foundations and primers. So I'm gonna talk about the 3 Natasha Denona foundations, and also I will compare them with another foundations I wore. And to check the whole list of foundations I wore, it's in the description box. So if you like to check what kind of foundations I tried, please go ahead. But most of them I'm gonna talk in this video as well. Let's get started. First of all, why Natasha Denona foundations? Why I decided to test them, and why all 3 foundations? Right now is the seasons of foundation. Every single company issues their own foundation. I saw many reviews on those foundations, and I asked myself which foundation I'm really interested in and I would like to try. And talking to myself a little bit, I was really intrigued by Natasha Denona product because I really liked her eyeshadows. I so amazed by her work. I think that this is a masterpiece what she's creating in her palettes. And first of all, this is the color scheme what she delivered in every single palette she creates. The second thing, the color range. I have to say the separate word of the color range. It's something ridiculous. I have to do the separate video. Definitely I have to review this palette. I did the looks, but now I have to review this palette. So in this bonus video I'm gonna talk about that. Secondly, she made a great quality. It's a smooth velvety matte eyeshadows. It's beautiful satin eyeshadows, battery formula. It's chunky, which is good. Metallic eyeshadows, it means they reach in pigmentation with the chroma crystal. It's not glitter. So I thought this lady, she put so many thoughts, ideas, experience in her eyeshadows. The color range is insane. I mean, it's such a beautiful color range she did. I thought another product, she's not gonna mess around. She's gonna create something very interesting. So I watched some reviews, and some people just don't like it. Some people love it. It's like a holy grail for them. So yeah, I decided I have to try that one and let you know, and probably make kind of research. Maybe it's gonna work with different primers, or it will change the situation. So I decided to do that, and here we are. Why I decided to check all 3 foundations. So the Face Glow is recommended for dry skin type. I am a dry skin type. The TRANSFORMATTE, it's pore vanishing foundation. We all have pores and we would like to vanish them with any kind of foundations you apply. And when you apply the makeup, you want your skin look like perfect canvas, flawless, right? And pores is one of that moments when we would like to remove them, erase them from our face. So pore vanishing, definitely, yes, I would like to try. And some stuff which is recommended for oily or normal or combination skin type, it might suit me, might suit for the dry skin as well. And the last one, it's the full coverage foundation X Plus with some fruit extract ingredients, so skincare product inside of that one. I don't like full coverage foundations, I have to say, because as perfect foundation can be, if it's a full coverage, it might emphasize your texture, it might age you. It doesn't matter what inside of that foundation. It's just a full coverage foundation, so it's a lot of product would be on your face. And but I decided, okay, at least one full coverage foundation, it has to be in your arsenal. And when I was decided which one, I said, okay, let's try all of them and decide. It was kind of a challenge for me, but I have to say that preparing for this video, I realized that TRANSFORMATTE is also full coverage foundation. At least I read it on website or somewhere, and pretty surprised by that point, because I think that TRANSFORMATTE and Face Glow are very close to each other foundations. It's just for different type of skin, and the Foundation X Plus is full coverage, medium to medium full coverage foundation. Okay, the next point I would like to raise here about the primers. I was really curious what is the difference in those primers, and I never had a chance like to sit, to try to categorize them, what they do, what's the best point from them, and right now I decide to do that. And after this 9 video research, actually I have some ideas now about the all type of primers, I would say. So let's start with my primer from Christina. This is the oil-based primer, and actually this is not just a primer, this is a serum with oils. So initially, I don't like to apply oils on my face, because if you have a dry skin type, you know that dry skin doesn't absorb a lot of product into the skin. So most of the product just sit on top of the skin, and you don't know, you are looking for the most lightweight product which will be absorbed easily by your skin. And I never tried I tried oils on my skin, that's why I would never reach for this serum, knowing that it has oils inside of this serum. This is Biosatin serum from Christina with B-carotene and Q10 and vitamins E and A. Okay, so the directions mentioned on the back side of this primer is apply a few drops of Biosatin serum twice daily on clean face and neck. This product acts as an ultimate base for makeup. So this is where I decided to try this as a primer. This is a gift, but not from the company, because as I said, I would never reach for this serum, never, because it contains oils. It's a gift from my mom. She bought that for me. I didn't have any choice. I had to try that one. And this is a game changer in my makeup routine. As long as this is a serum, what does it mean? The serum will transit all necessary ingredients into your skin. It has a carriers which deliver those ingredients to your skin. And this is what happens with this serum. It gives you velvety, silky feeling on your skin when you apply it on the dry skin. So why it was a game changer in my makeup routine? I hated all kinds of foundations. After I realized that any kind of makeup look, if you would like it to look beautiful on your face, you have to apply foundation. So okay, I start looking for the foundation which would be the lightweight, the least shown on my skin. And when I applied the foundation, I was so shocked how many peeling skin I have on my face. I didn't know that I have them. And this serum changed this situation. After I started applying this serum, my flakiness gone. So you might think about this. This product is the professional product, so you cannot buy them in a regular store. You can buy them from the salon who use the Christina products, from your cosmetologist probably who uses this, or maybe there is a specific authorized retailers who distribute them for salons. You might get this product from them as well. I was trying to look for this product in internet, so to give you some link where you can buy it. I found some links, but I'm not sure if you can buy from that stuff because I bought it from a specific distributor. And this is not a sponsored video. They have no idea that I'm talking about their products. Before Christina, I used the luxurious, the beautiful water-based primer from Guerlain. The name is Meteorite's Base. You know that Guerlain, usually they have some skincare ingredients in their products. This base, it gives you so much luxury because you see, I'm almost run of it. You can see that I have just probably a few drops of this product. It has coral balls, but it's not like a stone or something. It's pressed crushed pearls or something like that in a gel. So it's kind of this pearl stuff. When you're applying it, it gives you kind of a sheen, even especially on my fingers. Actually, mostly I can see it on my fingers than on my face, but yes, it gives you kind of a pearly sheen to the skin. So it's very luxurious product. It doesn't have tackiness too much, just a little bit. So for the sake of this video, I decided to try another water-based primer, and this is from Milk. This a very popular. It's a hydro grip primer. This is the same situation. Some people loves it, some people doesn't like it, and I can say why. This primer, it really absorbed a lot of product, and actually I would say with a lot of gel kind of primers based on water, they grip a lot of product, and especially hydro grip. It holds the product the whole day. I didn't have any problem with this product, but as long as it keep a lot of foundation on my face, it's not for me. So probably those people who prefer less product on their face, they would avoid to buy this product, and this is the downside of this product. But if you love to have a lot of, even like the medium coverage foundation, you would like to have full intense of this particular foundation, the hydro grip definitely will help you. I haven't noticed any specific benefits for the skin. Maybe it gave me, I cannot guarantee because I was using during these 9 days a lot of products, like switching them all the time, so I don't know about that stuff. And the last one, it's a silicone primer. This one is from Tarte. Professional one is from Benefit, is the silicone primer. The Canvas Silk from Tatcha is the silicone primer, and it gives this smooth silk appearance because of the silicone, of course. And now let's talk about foundations. So I will show you the check-in during this video. very soon, right now, for each day, or at least for some of the days, because most information was just repeating. And I would like just to give you the highlights of wearing those foundations. I just would like to show you, this is the foundation from Natasha Denona Face Glow. Finally, I received my 10 neutral color, because 40 neutral was pretty dark for me. I have to say that 40 neutral in every foundation X Plus and TRANSFORMATTE, Pore Vanishing foundation, they all have 40N, exactly the same color, and that was a little bit darker for me than I have. And she doesn't have anything in between neutral from 10 to 40, as for example for this foundation. Over here she might have, I think, 05 neutral, so probably it's even lighter color than 10N. And in this I'm not sure, but I had some complaints about the color range she has for her foundation. At first stage I thought, yes, this is a huge downside of those foundation, but at the same time I thought, okay, in the winter you might have lighter skin, in summer you might have darker skin, and most of us, we buy foundation not just one color, we buy two colors, and this is actually a good news. You can buy, for example, if you have a neutral undertone, so like I did, I bought 10N and 40N. I'm just mixing them in the color which I would like to wear today. So I mostly like to wear foundation according to my mood, not according to my skin color. It sounds ridiculous that I don't follow my skin tone. I have to say that actually when I start wearing the 40N, it's very similar the color to my one of the favorite foundation from Yves Saint Laurent. I still cannot get the name because it's in French. Le Teint Encore de Peau. These colors are very similar. I will give you the swatches of all the foundation I can give you. And these colors are almost the same. At first when I bought this is 50 BR Beige Rose color. It should be kind of on a cooler tone, but it's neutral undertone. So I was so amazed that it's darker than my skin tone, because maybe I have a freckles and it's kind of a tone of my freckles. So when I even my skin, it really suits me. I'm wearing it actually today. Yeah, on the Natasha Denona video, I'm wearing Yves Saint Laurent. And because yesterday I was wearing a Face Glow, and today I decided to wear this one because of this video. Actually, I really comparing these two foundation from my skin type, and I really would like to tell you which exactly yes or more yes. Okay, so I really like the skin tone, which comes a little bit darker than I actually have, and you can see that my arms are a little bit lighter than my skin on my face, but I think it suits me. I really enjoy of this color. But to go perfect, I have to go a little bit lighter. That's why I bought 10 neutral, and now I'm just mixing, and whichever color range in between 10 and 40 I would like to get, so the proportion of those tones I can mix and get what I need, or define the perfect match to my skin tone. So this is what I can recommend. So actually when the company doesn't have the right tone for you, you can do this stuff. You can buy the two foundations and mix them the way you like. I would like to speak about the packaging a little bit. I loved the glass bottles and the pump. This is, I think, the best combination I thought it's the best combination for the foundation, because first of all, if you buy the luxurious products, high-end products, you want them to be luxurious from the packaging till the feeling on your skin. So I thought that the tubes, it's something too simple, too cheap. I mean, no. But actually, when I received these 3 foundations and I holding them in my hand, I love this packaging more than this. And the more I'm thinking about this, I really love this foundation. I like how it feels in my hands. I like that it has the pump, so it's perfect. You know what, guys? I can travel finally with my foundation. Before I was always scared to travel with foundation because the glass bottle is very heavy. I cannot put them in my hand baggage because I already have a bunch of stuff in my hand baggage. Always I have a lot of stuff in my hand baggage. To put it in my bag, I have to wrap it, like horribly wrap it, because in case something happened and it's broke inside of my suitcase, you will have a glass there and everything will be colored with your foundation. These guys, finally, you can put them in a handbag in case, because it's not that heavy. I mean, this is perfect, and the plastic over here is luxurious. It's great quality. Thank you very much, Natasha, for this package. This is about the packaging. Okay, now guys, I would like to show you swatches of 14 foundations. Before I decided to try Natasha Denona foundation, I tried Guerlain foundation, the new one, L'Essentiel, 16 hours wear, and I have a video with the wearing test of this foundation. I did a beautiful look, like navy frost look, and I was wearing this foundation and this look. I was meeting some business people. It was very important meeting for me. I had a beautiful hair, beautiful clothes, everything. And after this meeting, I found on my face a huge separation right here, which turned me away from this foundation forever, because I never had this kind of issue with any kind of foundations. So the most I've been intrigued with the Guerlain foundation, L'Essentiel, because it's 97% natural ingredients there. So it's such an amazing stuff you can put on your skin and have so many benefits for your skin. The color and skincare products inside of that one. But it was a complete fail for me. I saw some reviews and some people, I think 2 or 3 definitely recommended this stuff. It was a disaster for me, unfortunately. I love Guerlain company. I have some incredible products. The dry oil, it's with their smell, which they put in the entire collection, terracotta collection. It's a dry oil for the body, for face, for hair. It's absorbed into the skin so fast, and it's incredible oil. I have to say something good about Guerlain today. So try this oil. It's definitely an amazing luxurious stuff. It's not cheap, but I mean, at first stage I thought, is it a nice scent? Would I like it using like long term? And I love that smell, and now the perfume from Terracotta collection is my favorite one at this period of time. Okay, let's move on. And about the Guerlain L'Essentiel foundation, about the color, I will show you the swatches as well. They all have orangey colors. I was trying to yellow orangey colors. I was trying to take the neutral color. It's too warm for my skin. I took 02C, which stands for cool, and 03C, which stands also for cool. So I was trying to wear them separate. I was trying to mix them. It's very peachy color. It's warm color. It's not even cool or even neutral color. It's very warm color. This is about the Guerlain stuff, so be careful if you're choosing the stuff from Guerlain, okay? So about the 40N, I said I'm light medium, and 40N, it's a medium tone. It's not the light medium tone. But I would like to show you 10N and 40N, because this is what you will not get from. Okay, this is the 40N. And about the smell. Face Glow has a smell. I didn't know if I like it, this smell, or not. My husband asked me, did you start wearing a man perfume? Yeah, I said, yeah, exactly. That reminds me of man perfume, but I can stand it. It's fine. I can stand it. It's fine for me. I even like it more and more. Like at first stage, I was not sure, and this is a good sign actually, when I start liking it afterwards. Then you like it at first stage and then you don't. With the Guerlain situation, it also has a smell, and some people say it's nice smell. It's horrible smell. I'm sorry. That's why I said about the dry oil. It's horrible smell in the foundation. It reminds me something old. And the next day after I used the foundation on my face, I smelled on my brush and oh, what is that? Maybe because so many natural ingredients there, I don't know, but it's horrible for me. Okay, now these are the colors. Okay, so you can see that one is darker than my skin tone, another is lighter than my skin tone. So I mix them together and it has this color. It's perfect match. It's kind of neutral fresh. The freshness, it gives the peachiness. It has a little bit peachiness in the undertone, which I like. The peachiness undertone suits me, but not when it's too much orangey. No, it doesn't. Natasha Denona foundation, she has neutral, red, warm, and yellow undertones. It's kind of, she doesn't have what another foundations name cool undertones, because the red is actually on the lighter side. It gives you this pinkiness, you know. It's kind of, but she doesn't say it's cool, it's red. Now I would like to show you some check-ins which I did during those 9 days, wearing with different primers, and I will give you my final thoughts. Natasha Denona Face Glow Foundation with my primer from Christina, the Bio Satin Serum. So if you can see my skin, my nose, my forehead, no patchiness, no any separation. Like, it seems like I almost don't have the foundation on my face at this moment, so it looks very natural. It has a glow, but it looks so natural, and I love it so much because I feel confident and I feel comfortable with wearing this foundation, because during these 10 hours and after 10 hours, I don't have any separation here, emphasizing my fine lines or something like this. It's probably, I don't know how many stuff left on my face. Maybe it's soaked or I rubbed a little bit because I touched my face. But I can say that definitely I am 100% happy with this foundation, because the main purpose of this foundation was to look nice in front of the people. When people standing up close to you, they can see your face, your skin, and they would not think, oh, she has some horrible stuff here and some horrible stuff there. Wow. No, this is a situation where I just feel like I have my natural skin, but the coloration of my skin just a little bit even, and it makes my skin look good. So because of this, my thumbs up. If we're talking about the makeup you would like to have on stage, you have a lot of lights, you don't have people up close to you, so they would not see anything on your face, that's probably not the best foundation. You have to have something very heavy, thicker layer, full coverage, but that's a different story. We're talking about some natural look, and for the natural look, it's just amazing, because I felt so confident about this foundation the whole day. And I just would like to check how many stuff left on my face, so I will take the cotton pad. Okay, I took my cotton pad. Okay, this is the foundation left. So you can see I have more discoloration, so it's definitely giving me more even skincare texture and color. Here you go. I'm very happy. Okay, this is my check-in after 5 hours wearing this foundation, and it looks amazing. Just everything in place where it should be. There is anything on my nose, around my mouth, chin, cheeks, like it looks great. I'm so happy with this foundation. Okay, there is almost 7.5 hours I'm wearing this foundation. I'm at the swimming pool right now. It's a high humidity, very hot weather, so I would say it's a sweating proof. I was swimming and the water came up to here, so I'm not sure if you can see if the foundation came off or not, but overall it seems like that's great. So yeah, this is very weird look to be in the swimming pool. How do you think with this kind of evening look? But anyway, we're making the test. Okay, there is foundation after the swimming pool. Well, it looks so great. Even so, I think that this foundation is not meant to be at the swimming pool area at 3:30 p.m. and with a sweating reaction to the sun and high humidity, so I think it went very, very good. I see some cakiness around the mouth, nothing sink into the pores. It's actually amazing. It's kind of blurs pores. So I just see a little bit dryness and maybe a little bit patchiness around the mouth. But again, before I went to swimming pool, I should stop this wearing test, because this is not the accurate condition for the foundation. The foundation is not meant to worn at swimming pool area. Okay, so it has to be worn at the evening, worn at the meeting, at conferences. I mean, yes, weighting test, it has to be done. So I think it passed very well. For me, it still looks very good. So it's just noticeable in some particular lights that it's kind of cakiness a little bit, where when I apply different kind of foundations, I see cakiness right away after I applied that, and it's much more than I can see right now. So for me, this is still perfect foundation, and it looks so good. That's wonderful. Definitely this foundation is not waterproof because the water came to this area and a little bit here, and everything is rubbed off. On my neck I had, so wherever water came and this woman pulled to the foundation, it's gone. So no need to swim in this foundation. This is almost 5 hours check-in and my foundation is on me. I'm so happy that it doesn't sit in my pores. It actually looks glowy. The only area where I set it with the loose powder, it looks dry, but the rest of my face, the forehead, the area which I always have issue, around my mouth, everything looks pretty well. Just probably I touched over here. I know that I removed a little bit product from my chin, but the rest is just great. I love it so much. Okay, so right now is more than 8 hours I'm wearing this foundation in combination with the silicone primers, and I have to say that it's fading if you touch it, but where I have bronzer, it's also faded. It's faded less, so if you set properly with the setting powder, probably it will increase the longevity of this foundation. Still, I can see that I have the color on my face of the foundation because it's darker than my own skin tone, but at the same time it's not creasing, it's not caking, it doesn't sit in the pores, it's just disappearing but smoothly. So during the whole day, during the very end, I can feel myself comfortable with this foundation. Even the places where I touch, yeah, I can see that it's gone, but as long as it looks like your skin and it's so nice, it works so great. So I really love how it looks like. For me personally, this foundation almost works the same way out of all 3 days, with the oily base primer, with the kind of gel hydration primers, and with the silicone primers. The only thing, I think, the hydrating foundation, as especially the Hydro Grip, it takes more products, and it makes it a little bit heavier on the skin than, for example, I'm having it with another 2 primers and today, but still it have the foundation by itself, it has a beautiful finish. It lasts until you will not rub it, and but I haven't set it with the setting spray and with the setting powder. I haven't set it. So about the longevity, probably it's not the one which long, like forever. Whatever you do, you touch your skin, you rub your skin, you fall asleep in the aircraft, I don't know. I don't know if it's a transfer proof, I'm not sure, but it looks just amazing on the skin. So my thumbs up for the everyday foundation. It's just great foundation, or for any kind of maybe even occasions, because you can talk with people side by side and everyone can look at you very close to you, so you can feel very comfortable and confident with this foundation. This is what I like. It's definitely not a full coverage because you can see all my freckles on my face still. So the only thing, it's even the skin tone and looks so amazing, just beautiful. It's beautifying the skin. Okay, this is the 4-hour check. My foundation is flawless. It looks wonderful, absolutely. When I applied the foundation, it looked a little bit more powdery than the face glow, but I would expect it because this is for the dry skin type, so it has to absorb oil or like do some kind of stuff for the oily skin. And also I had a little bit like texture on my forehead, this area, which I normally has a horrible texture, dryness from other foundations. With this one I just probably had because I applied with a sponge, so I took the brush and I just smooth a little bit over here. So because I like more seamless application of the foundation, more natural one, so I just removed a little bit, not removed, I just touched up with the brush only, without any product, without anything. And looking right now at myself, it's almost the same like the face glow. The only maybe it gives just a little bit more coverage, just tiny bit more coverage, but overall as of now, for me it looks like exactly the same foundation, so I can use both foundations with this primer definitely. So we will check with another primers as well for the next couple days, and we're gonna make one more check after 8 hours wearing this foundation. Okay, almost 9 hours wearing this foundation, and I have to say that it's fading, so you can rub it, but whatever you do, you're gonna see the obvious stains or patchiness or dryness or cakiness or sitting in fine lines, like everywhere. It's just flawless. I feel I'm a little bit radiant right now, even though it's supposed to be completely dry, but I am in a very humidity location, very hot over here, so probably this is okay, and this is kind of expected to have it on the skin, this shine, but overall it's amazing. It's not separating, again, it's not I don't have any cakiness on my skin. I don't have anything sitting in my pores. I don't see anything sitting on my skin. Like, I don't know, it's melting or what's going on, or maybe sometimes I do like this and it's transferring to my hand. It can transfer. So probably the longevity of the foundation, it's not like, I don't know, 24 hours, but again, you can feel comfortable that you will look fine with this foundation. It will not let you down, and whenever you see to the mirror, you're, oh my god, what happened? It's horrible on my face. No, okay, it's fading, but at least you look okay, you look natural, and I think this is great. So today is perfectly yes for me. So I'm outside and there is 4 hours I'm wearing this foundation. It looks beautiful. This is the daylight it's not the direct sun, but this is a great light to check everything when everything is obvious on your skin, and it looks stunning. I didn't have any foundation better than these foundations. For now, I tested the Face Glow. Probably I love Face Glow more than Transformatte, but because the Transformatte, I don't know if it depends on the application. I have a little bit foundation sitting in my pores. I noticed it later, not when I was applying, so probably I haven't, maybe because of the primer, because really primer absorb so much product. I mean, not absorb, grip a lot of product. So this foundation looks, and the Face Glow, it looked more heavier with this particular primer than with others. So the downside of this primer may be of gripping so much product, but the good side of this primer that it's hold in place, doesn't anything move around. I feel very comfortable. I don't feel any extra tackiness or something what disturbs me. Of course, you shouldn't touch your skin with this foundation as well. Yeah, if you scratch something, or it will go definitely. So at this moment, this area, my issue area, looks stunning. Nothing changed here, no creasing, no separating. It looks like a second skin. Okay guys, I'm wearing this foundation for 9 to 10 hours already, and it looks great. I don't have any cakiness, I don't have any dryness, patchiness, separation, nothing. It looks great. Maybe it's disappearing a little bit from my face, so even I prefer how it looks like after 4 hours wearing this foundation, because right now I also was rubbing a little bit my face when I was making sleep my baby. So I lay down on the sofa with her together, and it might went a little bit. And I was talking about that the foundation went into the pores, which in this area near my nose, and during the day it actually, I felt itchy right here, and I was itching here, so everything gone. There is no just any foundation, so I just scratched everything from this area, so it might get this reaction, and this is how my skin reacted to the blockiness maybe of the pores or something like that. But how it looks on the skin, it looks gorgeous. Another thing I realized, that I said that it looks dry. It looks, what I meant, it looks completely matte on the skin. So my skin doesn't look like fresh glowy effect. It looks like it's dry, but not that dryness when the foundation has patchiness and it has kind of peeling effect. I always had kind of peeling effect, and any foundation I had, I already accept that fact, with some foundation this effect I have less, with some foundation I have this effect more. I didn't know that I would never have this effect with anything else, but surprisingly to me, Natasha Denona foundations make my skin look without this peeling effect. Maybe it also my skin became better, but anyway, I will try another foundation which I always used before and I had this effect. I will check them because I really would like to see how they look like on my skin right now, because this foundation, I mean the Face Glow, and this foundation, I just my mind blown up, because I already accepted those fact that nothing is gonna look on my skin like a skin like. and this is where it is. So as long as it looks matte on the skin in this area, where especially I applied the loosening powder, the setting powder, where I applied the setting powder, definitely where I was baking a little bit, so definitely it looks more on a matte side, but there is nothing cakiness, no separation, no patchiness, no peeling, nothing. It's just looked great. So I'm very happy with this. I'm wearing TRANSFORMATTE foundation and silicone primer for about 6 to 7 hours at this moment. I rubbed it with my fingers a little bit. I don't have any craziness. Probably it might look some patchiness over here, but I have with another foundation much more patchiness than what I have right here right now, and even the camera cannot catch it. I don't know if you can see that. I don't have any creaseness, I don't have any dryness. Like maybe it looks like a little bit dryness here, but it's not that dryness as I'm experiencing with another foundations. And okay, I'm looking to myself, I'm absolutely comfortable and confident wearing this foundation. If I rubbed it somewhere, it's not noticeable. If you really start looking like this and trying to find out what's going on the face, but if you just look like up close to the person, nobody will notice probably any difference or something crazy. Maybe it also depends on the light. Right now we have on the artificial light because it's already evening time. So yeah, it looks great. I don't have any complaint about this foundation. No shine, nothing, but I have a dry skin type. Even though with other foundations I might have some glowy effect, but I think it might depends on the primer. Right now it's a silicone primer, so it's probably the most dry primer from the oil-based and water-based, so that's why it's probably I have a small patchiness here. But again, because I have a dry skin type, it might be, but it's not that crazy as I have with another foundations. So far I can wear this foundation, that TRANSFORMATTE, I can wear on my skin type, even it's not aimed to be for my skin type. Right now I'm wearing foundation X Plus and oil-based primer almost 6 hours already, and well, at stage when I applied this foundation, I already saw the difference between the foundations TRANSFORMATTE and the Face Glow. It's more seen on this area, which is the most trouble area for me for any foundation. It's just have this situation here. I can see like the patchiness or texture. With the Natasha Denona's foundation, I can see it's the least out of all foundations. So at this point, what I would like to say, that I can see this foundation right here. Let me double check. With this lighting, it damn looks so good. But I was checking with another lighting and I can see a little bit. So depending on the lighting, with this lighting, it's just It looks so good on my skin, but I checked with another lighting, artificial lighting, and I have a little bit right here. I will check right now outside with the daylight. Okay, I am outside, and what I can say that it looks so good during the daylight. I don't know, so some light can catch some issues which I might like, a little bit texture of the foundation right here on my this area around between the brows, my forehead. Usually it's the issue area as well, but with this foundation I have the same effect. I don't have creasing. The fine lines doesn't emphasize that much what I have with another foundations. My forehead, this area, it looks much better, so I feel comfortable, I feel confidence with this foundation as well. It's very good. I like it. I definitely will wear it again. At this point I like Face Glow the most, and the Transformatte and the full coverage probably almost the same for me, equal. I just would like to give you a little bit the close-up, if you can see during the daylight how it's going on. On my skin. I rubbed here a little bit so it's rubbed off. This side was a full coverage, and this is like, so there is one layer, there is two layers of this full coverage foundation. It's covered more, right? But it looks great. It looks great, even it's full coverage. I don't like full coverage, but it looks so great, so natural, I would say, as much as it could be for the foundation. But obviously you have makeup, but it looks beautiful. This is the most important, that the look you're getting from the makeup. So yeah, I'm very happy with this foundation. So right now is 4 hours. I'm wearing Foundation X Plus with water-based primers, and one side it's Hydro Grip primer and another side is Guerlain Meteorite Base. I have to say that I have mixed feelings. I have a little bit cakiness over here on both sides. Here more on the Hydro Grip side. I don't have any problem with my forehead. It looks nice. My nose and this area looks very dry, but probably because I was caking there. If you rub like this or you touch in here, it definitely will go away. It doesn't look super natural. It doesn't look too bad. I'm not a lover of full coverage foundation. That's why it's probably difficult for me to compare it to other full coverage foundations, but it's not the best full coverage foundation I might have with these primers, with water-based primers. I don't know, maybe other water-based primers has something different, but water-based primers, they have kind of gel consistency, which is pretty sticky. Maybe I applied this foundation just 2 layers, but I buffed it strongly to spread it as much as possible, and maybe it's better to build it up to have this good full coverage on the face. So then you get a beautiful results. So maybe at this point I was not like 100% accurate applying the foundation, but it's the rest of the thing, it looks okay, so it's fine. I'm not sure how that would be in another 4 hours. Let's check and maybe I will have my final thoughts. But I feel that right now it's worse than it was yesterday. So yesterday I was applying the oil-based foundation, oil-based primer, which is kind of serum, just a serum. Tomorrow is a silicone one. I feel this foundation looks much better with the oil-based primer. Okay, right now I'm wearing this around 7 to 8 hours, and I don't like how it looks like right now. I have some separation on my nose. Maybe I touched this area. Like, this separation, you cannot see it right away. Like, I had one foundation, which I'm gonna talk at the end of this foundation, which is so much separation. I never saw any foundation like that kind of separation. It was so obvious. It was so much shown on the skin that I was really shocked. I didn't feel comfortable myself in front of the people. I wanted to rub it off right away. This foundation, it kind of, it's sprayed on my nose, if you can see with this lighting. It's not very consistent right here. I mean, it doesn't crease in, which is very nice. On my forehead, I don't know if you can see. So it doesn't look horrible, but I would not wear in this combination, at least with with water-based primers, because I used both and it's identical. It looks like the same on both sides. I don't have any differences, I don't know. So I thought I would have better situation at the end. Right now I'm not happy. Like, no. But at the same time, it looks nice in this area, which is usually a problem area. So I might still thinking that I was touching my nose because I was playing with my baby, with my kids. They were touching my face right here. So I think that it's a very good foundation, but there is some problem which I might couldn't figure out the right way. Maybe there is a problem with the application. Maybe I should build it up more and do not buff it as much as I did. This is the first thing. Second, maybe it's better to use with another primers, oil-based and silicone. We will check silicone tomorrow. So maybe this kind of the reason that it's fading, kind of, it seems, I don't know, it's fading or it's separating. This is a huge difference, but right now I don't understand, because with the foundation which were separating, that was crazy and that was horrible. These all parts where I applied, powder, right here I was baking, there is some blushes. It looks very matte, but it looks great. And on this area I haven't set it with the powder, but still this area, which might be also a problem, it looks just okay, just fine. Okay, so It's not 100% no. Maybe it's not 100% yes, you know, but it's better than many other foundations I used for my skin type, probably. So I'm wearing X Plus and silicone-based primer right now for 4 hours already, and with artificial light it looks pretty much decent. It's nice. I just touched up a little bit my nose, no, not touched up with the foundation. I set it with the powder because I was seeing some separation, but the separation which I get from one foundation is not comparable to what I had here. Maybe I was just scratching or did something. It's not that obvious or horrible looking. I don't know what actually happened here because I didn't have any problem before with the nose. I don't know. This area looks nice. I always have the problem with this area. I have a little bit creasing right here, but again, you can touch this up and it's gonna look great. I have to say that I haven't set my face. You could see in the video I didn't set my face with the powder, just this area. I was caking this area because I was applying the eyeshadows. I have to say that according to the full coverage foundation, it's probably very nice. I wouldn't though anyone to see me during the day wearing this kind of foundation because I just took the mirror, I came right here to my balcony to check everything on with the daylight, and yeah, it's a difficult situation for me. That's why I don't like full coverage foundation. When I see people around me and I look at their skin, if I'm doing, oh my god, what they wearing. So no. If I would see somebody with this foundation, I probably would be interested in what is she wearing. I would like to try it. This foundation probably the best working for the oily skin type or combination skin type, or maybe for the normal even skin type, not preferably for the dry skin type. But even though I think it looks nice on my skin, I have dry skin. So a part of that, I don't have anything sitting on my pores or emphasizing the pores. I don't see any cakiness, which I might get from another foundation. There is a texture on my forehead. It's definitely emphasized, but because it's full coverage, you cannot get anything else from the full coverage foundation. It doesn't matter how perfect it is. If somebody will create the foundation which doesn't emphasize the aging texture, so that's just a genius foundation. Still, during the night time, I can wear this foundation. It looks pretty decent and fine for me. Today I'm gonna make a very long wearing test for this foundation, so definitely I will get back with another check within another 4 hours or maybe even longer. Good night everyone. Right now is very late. I was wearing this foundation for 16 hours, so it's a pretty long test for this foundation. I'm then so tired, I want to sleep, but it was very important for me to review this video because this is the final video in this research about 3 foundations from Natasha Denona. So this is X Plus with silicone primers, right? silicone primer. And I have to say that as it was 6 hours ago, as it was 8 hours ago, it's the same. It's maybe I just dropped some spaces, yes. About creasing, maybe it might crease a little bit, but you can just touch up and that's it. There is no horrible creasing, there is no separating, there is no oil coming out, but I'm dry skin type, so maybe for oil skin type it's a different situation, but setting powder might be very helpful. Well, I can't say anything wrong about this foundation. It's a very certain amount of time for longevity. It's it stays on place. It remains the same as you applied. So you can be 100% confident about this foundation. And by the way, when I was just a couple of words about the Natasha Denona eyeshadows, when I was filming this video series yesterday, I accidentally checked Talia website. And she said about this palette that the eyeshadows is creasing. I'm so shocked. So for these 9 days and before, when I was using this foundation, I checked every single, not every single, but like 90% of the shadows in this palette. I don't have anything. I haven't set it with any spray. I used the base only concealer for every day, and every day it didn't even fade. You can see this a little bit fade, but this, it's not creasing. It's beautiful. The only eyeshadow which was creasing for me horribly, I used any kind of primers. I primed my eyes, I set it with the powder. It's from Sunrise palette. I had this issue with one orange shade because I haven't used a lot that palette, but that particular shade I created the same look 3 times with 3 different primers, and it was creasing like almost after half an hour, horribly creasing that shade. About the 28 green brown palette, I don't have any single issue with this shadow's longevity and no any creasing. Okay guys, I just would like to give a small update. With different lights it looks different. With the light I just checked, it looks great. I came to another bathroom and it looks a little bit more cakey, but still it looks exactly the same like I checked 8 hours ago. No, it was 12 hours ago. I gave you my review. I checked it on the sunlight, so it gives a little bit cakiness with certain lights. You can see that. With certain lights you cannot see that. But after 12 hours, so total 16, but after the last checking I did, it stays the same. Okay guys, as you can see, the most preferable for me